So someone just asked the question I thought I answered, and I'm going to try and explain it. This bounced off the question about music and rap, okay? Well, the thing about it is, I thought I explained that question in the Stitch video, but I'm going to explain it again. During the transatlantic slave trade, everything changed. That's obvious for a lot of people. It changed for Jamaica, it changed for Brazil, it changed for every part over here, every part over here from the United States, everywhere, Canada, everywhere. It changed everywhere over here. Okay, there was no way for anyone from Canada on down to South America, okay, to say, hey, what are y'all doing? Mm-hmm. You know, the weather was different, the foods were different, everything was different. Okay. In the United States of America, they took our drums away. It became illegal after the Stoner Rebellion. So we invented hand boning. We invented other ways to do our music. Singing was one way, and we sang hymns. And out of hymns came other music. As a matter of fact, Fisk University was one of the first ones to make Queen, the Queen of England, cry because they sent them to hear them sing, and they never heard sound like that before, because that was how black people sang, and it was really contained within black people in America. It was nowhere else on the globe. That's where it was. Okay. Then out of all that came black gospel music. Okay. Gospel music. The gospel music we know today came right about. Okay. From there came a lot of other genres, and I skipped some. Okay, a lot of other genres, but there was no one coming from Africa to teach it, to teach anything. Okay, that's not how that was. Y'all got to get out of this modern day mindset, because it's not modern. No, if a black person was coming to the United States of America prior to a certain period of time, you were coming in bondage, and that's it. And you were not going to be allowed to do certain things you did over in that. So that was that. So there's not any, oh, they learned from this person. They learn. It's obvious because we don't speak any African languages here. Doo-doo. Not in full, not in totality, no. Mm-mm. So this is something different over here. Something different happened over here. Okay. Now over in Africa, something different was happening over there. Right? They started speaking French, Spanish. Yeah, it was colonialism. They started speaking all kind of different language. What the world? Like, foreign languages became their language. Okay, one of their languages. Yeah. A lot of things changed over there. It's not the same as it was prior to colonization. So the same thing over here. It's not the same thing. So when you cross the ocean, I'm not sure if any of y'all read the Bible, but when you cross the water, something new happens. Okay. Whenever there's a body of water that's crossed, something new is on the other side of that water. Something new. Okay. And when you cross a big old body of water like the ocean, oh, you're guaranteed to be something. It's gonna be something new. Yeah. It's gonna be something new on the other side. That's how things happen. It's a body of water. There was no, I'm going back over here, I'm going back over there, I'm going to visit, and I'm coming back. Oh, no, there's none of that. None of that. And a lot of the people were deceased. The families of those who came over here, a lot of them ended up deceased. when when there's first Black Americans born here, y'all think they stayed in the same place? Children moved. They left their parents. They took them away. It wasn't like we're going to raise our children here and have a wonderful grand old time. No, you gave birth to a baby. Your baby's gone. So there was no there was no ability to, I'm going to teach them this, I'm going to teach them that. No, you're not. And if you were to ever gain freedom, you spent your life searching for your child until the very day you died. Until the day you died. That's something that they don't talk about, but you search for them until the day you die. But yeah, and you spend all the money you have doing it. Um, yeah, and so yeah, there was no, I'm going to teach you this, and if you do, you got to try to hurry up, and then you can't teach them the wrong things because you might die. You might be unalived. So now you want to say, well, how did the rhythm stay, and how are things so similar if everything was just cut off? Well, how are things so similar when you are a great carpenter like your grandfather, or a great mathematician like your your great grandfather? You see, how does that happen? Because it's something called genetics. How is someone, dog, that person, that child writes just like his father or his grandfather or his grandmother. He has hair like his great great. Okay, so that's the question you need to ask yourself. That's how. Because skill and many other things come out of your parents, your grandparents, or whatever. That's where it comes from, right? So no one has to cross an ocean to be good at certain things, because some things are just born in you. And African Americans have multiple, multiple group. We're multi. A whole bunch of groups make up African American. So yeah, that's how that goes. Some things don't have to be learned. Some things just are. Some things just are. You have to pick it up from somewhere. Some things are just going to be because of something that's inside you.